Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is day 85 of trying to reach the rating of 2000 ELO online, and I'm back to 1898, which is my highest peak ever. And I'm only 2 points away from reaching 1900. So let's play another 15-minute game. Okay, against 1990, let's play d4. And I just came back from the gym. I'm so energized and I'm so hyper focused right now. Hopefully this will be for our advantage and we're gonna play a good game and we're finally gonna surpass 1900. Hopefully. I play knight c3 here. The mouse is a little bit tricky. We takes with a pawn. We develop our bishop. Now they develop their bishop or they play knight here. Yeah, it's nice. Don't fall for this. It's not a trap because he can play a check and win your knight. You have to play e3 first so that it's going to be defended. And if you play this move, okay, now you cannot go for it because the rook can go here and now you have nothing. So you simply play the move a3, stop him from going here. He might play queen there, trying to be annoying at my pawn, queen to b2. Attacking the pawn on b2. And we cannot defend with something, so maybe we're going to play this. And we can protect with queen to d2, but there's this move that will not work because takes, and we lose the pawn here. But we still has this, he will take and we will take. Let's see. But I believe in this position they play queen to b6. And then we play just queen to d2. Then we just knight to f3. Or maybe we play b4. I really hate after queen to b6 and b4, you might play a5. Oh, thank God. Okay, thank you, bro. Now I can happily play bishop to d3, exchange the bishops, put the queen there, develop the knight, and castle. Okay, and whenever he attacks me, yeah, he wants to trade everything. That I don't like because are we gonna play with our hands? Come on, dude. Takes, the queen would take. We have this move, he doesn't have any checks. Then he needs to move his queen, but we're not really supporting that check with the knight because he can just go back. And I really don't want to trade. I can play knight to e2, he will take and knight takes, but of course he will now play this. But there might be some stuff, I'm not sure. And the knight here will not serve me anything. Going here, takes and I will take. At least there's an open file. I'm gonna slide back. Let's see what's gonna happen. But if he takes and he castles king, no. Okay, that's good. That is good. Okay, so now what do we play? We play knight here or we play knight? Knight to f3 seems better for some reason. We're just trying to hop in knight to e5. If he takes with the bishop, we take. Then he would attack me like this, and we cannot defend the pawn, but yeah. Now if he takes, it's a little bit, rook and a queen attacking you. If the knight moved, that's checkmate, unless you won here. Hopefully I win this. Wish me luck, guys. I really need it. But so far so good. Nothing is new in this kind of position. The only thing that is annoying if he takes my bishop. And I really hate knights. They're so annoying. But my knight is a little bit more useful because if he takes a knight take and the knight jumps in, he can play this. And we don't have any kind of sacrifice, so we need to drop back. Yeah. But I kind of want him to take me so that I can play like rook to h2, castle the queen side. Or simply play king to e2 and put the rook on h1 and attack the pawn. If he push, we sacrifice the rook for it. Try to open up some lines. And there's something I did not. Bishop to h4 doesn't make a lot of sense because he can just always go back. Bishop to e7. But we can take and he will take and then we can start attack with the pawn. What is that? Just a5, that's it. Okay. So if I take him and queen takes knight here, doesn't serve anything. And if I play this, he's gonna go back. I take, he takes, I start pushing. I really want to push, but if I take, the mouse is like literally crap. The mouse is broken. Bishop takes, queen takes, playing h4, h5, h3. Will that serve me any good? But playing this move will put his knight here. And castling this way seems very risky. But I really want him to open up this line, this file for me. How to do that? We can jump in with the knight and try to play f4. So knight takes, there's a fork, knight takes, bishop takes. That's a little bit worrying for him. So let's put the knight in the center of the board. Let's see. Taking with the knight, it's a blunder because that's a fork. Taking with the bishop will give me a strong bishop, even though he's going to win the pawn. Or I can simply just play like when bishop takes, knight takes, pawn takes, and if he drop back after takes and take and he drop back for some reason, then we can play f4. Yeah. But with this, you just drop back, bro. Yeah, and if he takes, then when like this mouse is annoying me. Like, crappy mouse. And it is a new mouse. Imagine that. What about like an old shitty mouse? What's gonna happen then? I'm really nervous right now. What are you doing with that pawn, man? We can play this. We're attacking the queen. He needs to take. Huh. So if I play this move, attacking his bishop, that would be winning for me because of takes, and when you take, you lose the bishop. So if I play this, he needs to take. I'll take with the pawn, then I will draw back, and I would have knight here for some reason. Please stop glitching right now. I don't freaking love it. Taking this knight, he will just take. Taking here, he will just take with the queen, and we don't have any kind of attack. But if you play knight to b5, attacking his bishop, he will take, that's for sure. I will take with a pawn, but there's gonna play this, then we can play f4. And then we can try to castle this way and use this file. I just really want to play it, but I'm not sure if it's a good move like this. We're trying to play this, and whenever he takes, I take like this, and he lost the piece. And if I play this, knight to b5, and he takes, and I take with the pawn and knight back, and f4, queen here, knight back, we lose the pawn. No, we don't need to move the knight right away. We can just develop, defend. Or we can play f4 now. So he can never take me because that will open up a lot of lines against him. I really love it. Should I play it? This will give him a permanent square there, though. But we can always take. But I can always play this. f5. This, what's gonna happen then? He can take with the knight. So that's a fork, though. Taking here, he will take my... I'll go here, he plays this, I play f4. He plays this. Castle, let him take, he will take my rook, and I take with the other rook. I'm not sure if that's a good thing, but I'm gonna go for it. Hopefully I'm not blundering anything. But wait, this, he has knight to e4, and I can play f4 whenever you take me, I take like this. I'm gonna play it. Knight to b5, let's go. We have to play a little bit faster. Can you stop glitching right now? I really need to win this. Like, I really need to win this game. God, it's going left and right in a crazy way. What is this? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, this mouse is crap. Stop it. Just move away. Oh my god. Like, I can't have both. I can't have a shitty laptop and a shitty mouse. That does not work. Whoa, I did not see the check. Shit. Thank God there's nothing here. I did not see the check. Shit. We draw back. Yeah, well, we're not supposed to play that. Yeah, that was not supposed to happen. But if you played a check, how about just doing a crazy move like king to e2? He's gonna play knight here, we would just take the bishop, that's it. If he played a check, and I go king to e2, how can he give me another check? He can't. He cannot attack the knight or pin it with the bishop, and now the bishop needs to move, and then I would take here, and I would draw back with the knight. I don't believe there's a win here for either of us. He bladed, and should I blade king to e2? We're connecting the rooks. This is a blunder. Dropping back. There might be knight here. And if I take, there's bishop. But now I can defend myself. That's crazy, right? If I went here, I'm trying to win the bishop, but the bishop can move. And I would take, attacking his queen though, he will go here. And then I would take his bishop, and when he takes my knight, I can drop all the way back. Should I play king to e2 or should I not? King to e2. Here, this. No. King to e2, what's gonna happen then? King to e2, this, we just simply take here, but he can take me with the check, and when I take, he takes here. Then we draw back, but then he takes, and the queen takes, pawn takes, pawn takes. We have isolated pawns, and the king in the center, and double pawns here. Shit. Maybe I cannot go for it, and I have to go back and protect this. And this, he can always not take me. So I believe I gotta go back and castle the king and just delay all of this for another day. But hold up. Knight here, knight here. I castle the king. He can take me here. And I will take here. He will take. I think I'm gonna drop back. We've wasted too much time. Yeah, I was not supposed to go for that early attack. I was supposed to get to castle my king. I'm not sure why I did not castle. But this is a problem right now. Knight to e4. The reason it's a problem, we can always take here, attacking his queen. He will take and he's gonna lose the bishop, so he can never play that move actually. Right? What about this, attacking the queen? The queen he would take, not to lose, but then bishop takes, attacking the rook. He would take me here, and I would take, queen takes here, and when you go here with the rook, I simply go bishop there, protecting all my pawns, and castle the king then, and I'm up a piece. So he can never play knight to e4. And if knight takes, that's a fork, you lose some pieces, and if you play bishop takes, the thing that I hate to do is to take with a pawn. Because I really want the bishop is better. Yeah, he takes here. So if I take, there's this move, I play f4, but there's this f6, I castle the king, and things gonna open up. And this is going to be a backward pawn somehow. No, it's not. Taking with the bishop, he will take, and I will take. He's gonna go here, and I'm still gonna play f4. So how about playing f4 while still having a bishop in the endgame? So takes, he will take, no, here he can never take, he's gonna go back. I play f4, he plays f6, I castle the king, he takes, I take, he takes my rook and I take like this, he tries to attack my pawn, I can simply play queen to d2. This, here. I just believe I need to keep my bishop on the board. So I'll take his bishop with a pawn. Oh, there's this. I did not look at d4. Shit. Shit. d4. The knight is still pinned, dude. But wait. d4, queen to b5. You take me here, I take, you take, I take, I'm losing. Now wait a second, this? I just take you here, you take, I take, you take, I take, I want maybe a pawn, something like that. That's a move. That's a very move. So the pawn will be dead. If he takes my bishop, the pawn will be dead. But no. Ho ho, hold up. Rook to c1. Rook to c1. He takes and I take. He can never take here because he's going to get checkmated. Rook to c1. What about d4? Pawn takes. And simply rook here. And we're almost losing the game. He plays this, I play this. He will take, I will take, he will take. Should I try, Or should I just move the king here, king to e2? Check, I take with the pawn. Now you can never strike with this pawn, move d4. So it's not something I like. And this, we're connecting the rooks. And if he takes, we take like this, and there's a threat of mate. And he can never take the pawn, and then I would have the opportunity to play f4. And if I castle, I will not, because when he takes and I take, there is no checkmate anymore because we already castled. So should I play rook to c1? Why am I playing rook to c1, actually? I just want to make a move that it's not... Well, how about just, defending your queen, though? Or should I defend the knight? I'm gonna play rook to c1. Maybe he's gonna take my bishop, I would take, and then I can play f4, defending the very weak pawn, and I only left with 7 minutes against 10. Yeah, definitely things are not going my way. But still, there's no concrete way to win, because if you take my bishop, planning to take the pawn on e5, you get checkmated, because if knight takes, pawn takes, you go here, checkmate. So I'm still not losing that pawn. But how to save it? I can play bishop to f4, but there's this move, g5. g5. How about playing g3? He would take and I would take. I'm trying to open up some lines for the rooks. But no, it won't work. Hopefully he takes my bishop. I was supposed to take with the bishop and play the move f4, castle the king, and I'm good. Yeah, I'm not sure why I did not play that. A good thing that he doesn't have any knight jump in the position. That would be really annoying. Does he have it? And I take and the queen takes, attacking the pawn. But no, simply there's a lot of defense here and I can always castle, so. But I wanted to play king to e2 to force him to take here, and try to play rook to h2, rook to h1, double up on the weak h7 pawn. And whenever he pushes it, we simply sacrifice it for it, because the queen is still threatening checkmate on h7. So maybe king to e2 was actually fine, but I'm so afraid to move my king there. You can always pin me, actually, and win my queen, and there's no attack whatsoever, and I moved my king in the center of the board. I can take and then rook takes. Then we could take him here. He has double pawns, and we can play rook to d1, controlling the 2 d and c file. Maybe king to e2 was fine. What a childish move. Me c queen, me attack it. I can go here. That's a beautiful fork. Good job. Going here, that's a little bit risky. Going here, I still want my plan to work somehow. But no, this you're... So queen to c2, knight here for some reason, rook to d1. If I moved away, there's this push. That's what is crazy about this position. And if I played queen here, he will take and I will take, and there's a fork, and I'll lose the rook. Okay, that's a little bit worrying. I can play here, but there's still the damn fork. Why are you forgetting about it? Queen to a1 seems ridiculous. Queen to c2 seems the most reasonable. d4 takes, knight takes. He's attacking my queen. So queen to c2 here. I was supposed to play. Maybe I gotta go here, but there's still the fork though. And here he will play this. I will take. And there's simply rook here. And I can simply castle. Whenever he attacks me, I can just simply move my queen away, and there's no pins on me. So queen here, I believe it's the best thing. This, we take. Knight takes. We simply castle the king. Yeah, I believe so. I believe queen to d1. Try to castle the king as fast as possible because we are getting cooked here. With the d5, with the d4 push, because we simply did not castle the king. That's our mistake. I always do that thinking that, well, this move will not run away from me, so I can delay it for another time, and now you can see what's happening when you delay it. Stop being so annoying. This knight here is trash. The knight here is garbage. You know why? Because it doesn't do anything to my king. I can always go here and go here. Like, why is he doing that? Rook to c2, he's gonna play d4, takes, and he's gonna take with the knight. And now my rook is dead. So maybe it's not a bad move. Sorry about yelling. Rook to b1, d4, takes, knight takes, castle the king. And the queen and the knights are freaking tricky. We gotta go here. The knight is still bent, so there is this move. If he did not play it, I don't believe he deserved to win this game. If he did not play d4 right now. Strike at the center. Also, this pawn is hanging. Oh, I did not see that. Because you reveal an attack like this with the knight. So d4 takes, knight takes, castle the king, knight takes. There's queen here. But he can just move. He can even play some checks and win my queen. That's super crazy. d4, my knight is pinned. I have to take. He will take with the knight. And I simply castle the king. He would play a move like this, and I gotta move the queen somewhere. Yeah, I was not supposed to get into any of that. Only if I take with the bishop. Now look at my bishop, it's still garbage. I was supposed to take with the bishop, allow him to go back, play f4, castle the king, and that was it. But it's still not over yet. But he has a chance to win a pawn by playing d4. I believe d4 wins the pawn, because d4, e takes d4, knight takes d4, castle the king, and knight takes on e5, bishop takes e5, queen takes e5. Yeah, he's definitely winning the pawn. But it's already a double pawn and extended pawn, so I don't really care about it. I don't want to invest some move into defending that pawn and weakening my pawns as well, and making my bishop more garbage. But wait, if I castled and I played f4, suddenly the bishop is active. Huh. Yeah, but of course he will not allow me to play that. He needs to play d4. Why he is not playing d4? Somebody tell me. Even f6 is good. Trying to open up for the rook, but I would definitely castle my king then. Or maybe takes, and he takes with the rook, and then I play castle, but then he can play e5 and take. Finally he played it. I believe I don't have anything else but to take, because I'll lose my knight if I did not play that. I need to take. That's for sure. I believe he's going to take like this, to try to take like this, but he loses the knight. So it's crazy how he can still not win the pawn right away. Unless he played like this, I castle the king. And I can never offer a queen trade. And look at the knights. Knights taking away all the squares from my queen. Sorry, what? Rook to d8. Okay. I don't hate it. I can castle the king. He's gonna take with the rook. I can go queen to c2. For some reason, that's not a good move. Obviously not a good move. Trying to play queen to e2. The rook needs to move away to actually do something. Yeah, I'm not supposed to get into any of this. I got a castle. That's something for sure. We have to play a little bit fast to... If he takes with the knight, that's a little bit tricky because this check doesn't work because I can always take. Yeah, it doesn't work like this to win any material, no matter what check he plays. He can play this move, but we can always go back whenever he takes. We can take like this. Yeah, we're gonna lose the pawn. It's attacked 3 times. And the best way to take it, I believe, is the rook, because you have the opportunity to play rook to d8. And now I can never play rook to d1 unless rook takes, queen here, knight takes, bishop takes, queen takes, and rook to d1, rook takes, and I'm trying to gain control of the open d file, and my knight is still, you know, chilling here. I have no option. I have to win this game. Like, I reached 1898 maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I don't really remember. And I don't want to go back to like 1880, something like that. I want to reach 1900. But if I were him, I'm gonna take the pawn with the rook, because there's a chance to play rook to d8. Knight takes. Yeah, trying to take away the squares from me. That's a good move. But I can play queen to e1. I can hop in with the knight. Put a knight there. That's a super giga knight here, and I can go here. I love it. I love this move. But this guy is annoying as hell, and he's gonna play knight to c2 just because it's... I see him a queen, I attack a queen, that's it. But there's knight takes, and when I take, I lose this. So, no. This move, this. And here, he can take, and when I take, he can take. Yeah, it does work. Yes, it does work. That's a good move. So what the hell should I do? There's no discoveries, like, there are no discoveries, and my rook is garbage. So queen here. Why am I moving the queen? I need to get the bishop somehow into the game. I can always move the knight, but why? Putting it here. So knight to e4. No checks to win my queen. No checks. There's this move, but I can just take you. Duh. And my plan is to go here. And I would have a passed pawn protected by a rook, so I love it. Knight here, what's gonna happen? No checks to win my queen. I'm pretty sure about that. But there's knight here, and I can always go there to defend myself. But after knight here, there's knight here. And I can always draw back with the knight there. And when he takes... So knight here. He's attacking the pawn twice. Playing f4 seems ridiculous. Maybe like rook to e1. Something in me tell me to play it. I'm gonna play knight to e4. Let's see what's gonna happen. First of all, there are no checks to win my queen with the discover check with the rook. No way. So maybe he's gonna make use of the queen being here and the knight gonna go back to try to target my pawn. And I would put the knight... But wait a second. Bozo. Knight to c6. Knight to d6. He takes this pawn. And when queen takes and bishop takes and queen takes, I'm definitely just losing here. Yeah, he can play this move. Can we defend? I believe we can by playing the really ugly move queen to h5. He plays this. We go here. It's not so simple to win the pawn back, especially if we play the move f4 and we activated the bishop on this line. And the king is always safe on h1 because we have rooks on the first rank, so they are defending the king. Hopefully there's no... And we also moved away in case there was something way to win the pawn and win the knight. What is he gonna play? I really hate this moment when I don't know what will my opponent play, and I almost shit my pants. No checks here. No moves like this. There might be a move like this, but why would you go here? Yeah, that's actually a good move, but I drop back. You take, I go here. You push the pawn, that's a little bit tricky. I go queen to e1, let's trade the queens. But they can just take and take this, but there's... I hope he runs out of time. That's better. So he can, if he loses this game, he can still be a 1900, and I can get to be a 1900. So, oh wow. What? What is that? So knight to d6, his plan is to go knight to c6, attacking my queen, of course. Queen here, he can just take with the knight, and bishop takes and queen takes, and we lost the pawn. But what about here? He plays this. I just go queen to e1. He just takes, and when I take and takes and takes and takes, should I trade the queens? Queen takes, rook takes, there are no forks. And he needs to go back, and then we can play f4. And we can hang on to the pawn if there's no queen on the board. Should I play queen to e1? I'm gonna play queen to e1. Let's trade queens, boys. Queen takes, rook takes, knight back, and f4. I'm defending the pawn with a pawn, so I'm really happy. And knight to d6 is now possible, and rooks are... And this rook is finally out of jail because now I can move it to d1. So I believe trading the queens are actually a good idea, and not a good idea for him, obviously. Still, he doesn't have any kind of checks. If you play this, thank you so much. I will demolish the queen. And put a knight on d6 and play rook to d1, trade of the rooks, and my knight is super strong. And you can never take it because the pawn will be a passed pawn. So stressful, like very stressful. And I believe he needs not to trade the queens. Draw back, queen to c7. Queen to c7, actually good move. I can never attack it. I can never attack it with the rook because this bozo is here. And playing knight there, I can play this and I can play the move now, f4. Any checks we can draw back to h2, sorry, h1, and this pawn is defended in case the knight ever moved. He should not trade queens. He has more control over the board. Don't trade queens. He moves the queen away. I have no idea what to do. Maybe like rook to d1. You move your knight, I take your rook, and I go back because if you try to take, I take here. He takes. Ooh. Okay, there's got to be something wrong here. What is wrong here? I mean, this seems like a very natural move. I believe we know, okay, this, I'm not sure what's going to happen after it. I don't care. I just go rook to e2. Or rook to d1. Like this, rook to d1, rook takes, and rook takes. What about here and rook to d1, and he goes rook here. I simply play knight here. You take me, I take with the rook, and we're chilling. Playing knight back, trying to win the pawn. I can play knight to c3, attacking your rook, attacking the pawn. Why? Why? What does he want? I can always go back now. I can always go back. Should I go back? Let's go back. Attack the rook and go here. No forks. And rook to d1 is coming. Unless he played this ugly move. He played the ugly move. He loves ugly moves. Now he can play this, and when I move the rook, he can take, and when I take, I'll lose the knight. There's still this tricky. This is tricky one. Unless I played this. Unless I played with the other rook. That's interesting, but there's this. There's no kind of checks because I can just take with the pawn, huh? Should I go here? Should I go here? Should I not go here? Should I freaking go to hell? I'm not sure. No tactics. Looks like very tactical position. If you move the knight, thank you for the f4, and my bishop is now free. I want to play f4. I'm not sure why I did not play f4. And also can, protected this pawn and also this knight check. I gotta play f4 at some point, but he's gonna play f6. f4 takes, make a weakness out of the pawn. Rook to e, rook here, rook there, and he goes back. He's gonna win it. That's what? What is this? I believe I gotta go here. Oh, but there's this, and when I go here, there's a check, and he can win the bishop, so I cannot play it. f4, how can he target the pawn? He cannot target the pawn. If he played this, I get drawn back. I have to play f4. My king is a little bit... But there are no rooks on a 9 move, and this bishop is defended by a pawn in case there was some kind of fork. He's low on time. I'm doing my job to restrict him, and he's going to make a mistake at some point. We need to keep pushing at him. This move is not possible right now unless I move the king. Moving the king seems very retarded because of the rook to c2. And I just want to put a knight there, but I cannot play it right now. And my plan is to play bishop to f2 and attack his queen. Yeah, attack. Don't give him time. Draw back with the knight. Come on. But what am I going to do with them? Huh? The freaking hell? So this, I move away and there's this. So I can just take you here. You want to take, I take you. Let's just take here. That was a very good tactic that he found, because at the end is going to be another fork. Now that's retarded. I go here, he's going to play this. Huh? It's still a little bit weird, but should I go here? Where should I go? I'm gonna go here. He's gonna play this, thinking that it's a fork. It is a fork. I go here, he will take and I'll play this. How can he defend the pawn? Let's go here. He's gonna take for sure. That's a very... Wow! That motherfucker found a beautiful tactic at the end of the game. Now he can never play this to try to check me in some way. Now you want to play a check? Who cares? He's trying to go here. So if I take, he's going to go here. I'll take a pawn, but then he can take here. He wants to go here. I can go there. You can play this to defend. He can go here, but then I can take. And then he can take. A little bit tricky. How can I stop that? Should I take? It's going to be here. How can I defend my pawn? I cannot. Unless I played like rook here and move the king and push the pawns. I believe I need to take that pawn because that would be very risky. He's going to go here. Okay. I need to go here. When he takes, he moves his rook somewhere. How to defend? Playing this, he will take. You move your rook with a check. I go here. You push the pawn. Should I go here? Or should I just go here and get my king to play the... I believe I need to get my king to play. Playing this. Now, The pawns are protecting each other. The rook is protecting the pawn and get the king to defend against this pawn. I'm going to win that pawn no matter what he does, unless he played this very annoying ass move, h4. He takes and I take with the pawn, and now my king is stuck to the freaking pawn. And I can never trade because I'll lose the game because the pawn is so close to promoting. And if he played this, I'm not... Oh, he can play this move, actually. Takes, here, this, here. He makes a queen. So he can play this move, and if I moved here, he can push the pawn to play rook to b2 check and exchange the rooks and make a queen. Fuck yeah, good job. That was a good move. This, he plays this, and I move the king. There's a check. I go here, and there's another check, and I take and he takes, and my king is in time. So shut up. No, don't move the king, bozo. Don't move the king. This, you go here. I go here. He plays this, I take. And if this, he plays a check, I go here. He plays a check, I take. I go here. I am in time to stop him. Check here. Check, take, pawn takes, king here. Make a queen, I take you. Yeah, use your king, you coward. Where to go? This, take. But he's gonna use his king and I'm cooked. Maybe I was supposed to stop his king. That does not work. Gun can go here. He can use his king now. I gotta go here. He's gonna play this. I was supposed to play this for... Bro, you don't have to take. Play this. Because then I would have some counter... Oh my god, I missed my chance. Okay, hold up, think this. The king here, takes, here, takes, here. I'm trying to make... I can never make a bastard. This he will take. I can never make a bastard. I'm cooked. This here, this takes. This takes. And he has this pawn promoting. So what about this? He takes. I go here. He takes. Here. Move away. Something like that. I go here. He plays this. I go here. He plays this. But he would have pawns. Playing this, he will take. Going here, he'll play this. I go here, he takes. I go here. He takes. How to draw this? King here, this. I gotta make a move. Gotta make a move. He had seconds and he found that knight tactic that when you can... Oh my god, he found it. That was bananas. He really deserves the game. That was really beautiful tactic by him. He moves the king here. I play this, but there is nothing because there's a pawn here. Here, he will take. I go here, he will take. I go here, he will take. And that's simply not a way to draw this. He needs to take. What about playing this? He will go here. I can go there. But now this is just a red carpet for that guy. Here, takes. Here, he can play this. I can never defend. I can play this, but he can take. I can play this, he will take. And I can play this, he can take. But that's nothing. He needs to take. And now it's a red carpet for his pawn. Unless I put the king here. And then he can take. And then he's gonna have too many pawns to attack me with. I dropped the game, I'm not sure how. I dropped the game, I'm not sure how. What? Why? This here. And there is this. What? Here he will take. Wait, what did I give him the pawn? I can go here. Oh, nice move. Yeah. You can just go make a queen. It doesn't make anything. There's no kind of draw. Here he can make this, but it's not a draw. My king is so... This, check. I go here. How to get a draw even if you... Like, they say makes a queen, I'm screwed. This queen, I can still move the king. And if I play this, there's a check. Let's keep on moving. Yeah, how I dropped this? He found a beautiful tactic of giving check and then trying to win the pawn, trying to make another queen. I mean, that's it. He found a tactic where he can sacrifice a knight to play a check, to play another fork. That's simply crazy. He found it was a couple of seconds. I mean, this is like, come on, bro. Is he gonna blunder that? I mean, come on. Have some respect. 1890. Shit. I think we had a pretty even game until the end game he found. I mean, as you can see, no blunders. That was a very good tactic at the end by him. He found it in seconds. Can you believe that? In seconds, he found that tactic. Only 121 million possible positions after 3 moves? Wow. He played with an 87. He played a brilliant move. I believe that was the brilliant move at the end of the game. That was bananas right now. D4, D5, C4. Okay, all of this been played before. Literally every single move has been played before. I was supposed to take. That was a blunder. Shit, why? He had bishop takes. Okay. To win a pawn. Taking with the bishop, I totally get it. But I was like, no, I want to keep my bishop. Okay, but it's still equal right now. Blanket moves. He found a brilliant move. That motherfucker found a brilliant... Yo! I was so afraid to get forked like this. But I did not see that this, another fork. Yo! That was a nice tactic. I was supposed to take. So if I take, there is this check, I move away, and there's takes, and there's another check. Holy fuck. What the hell? That's not a butterfly, that's a butt flying. What the? That's not that much. I gotta finish the video, come on. I fucking hate bugs. I fucking hate them more than anything in the entire universe. Don't move. Don't move. I fucking hate bugs. I fucking hate bugs. And now this is just losing endgame. No way to win this. No way to draw this. That was a very beautiful tactic by my opponent. And it's not a beautiful butterfly right here. You might say, what the hell, you're afraid of butterfly? I fucking hate them. That was a very beautiful game by my opponent. He played a very beautiful tactic. At the end of the game with seconds on the clock. It's not like a beautiful butterfly. It's like... Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!